Democracy. In a democracy, power is like a paintbrush held by many hands. Each stroke on the canvas is a vote, shaping the big picture of how society is run. It's not just about choosing leaders, it's about everyone having a voice in creating the masterpiece of their country's future. Leaders act as the artist interpreting our collective will, and if the picture doesn't turn out right, the people can pick up a new brush at the next election. It's a shared project where each person contributes a little bit of color. Republic. A republic is a ship where the crew elects who will navigate. The captain, chosen by the crew, must follow the map, which is the Constitution, ensuring the journey respects the agreed-upon route. The crew's power is in their vote, and the captain's power is in their expertise and leadership while adhering to the map. This structure is designed to avoid the ship being steered by whims or the will of a single person. Instead, it is guided by a blend of chosen leaders and established laws.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more topics you love.
Monarchy. Monarchy is the oldest form of government, like a tree that grows from a single ancient seed, royal bloodline. The monarch is like the trunk, a single enduring pillar from which the branches of government spread. In today's world, most monarchs don't wield the shears of power to shape policy, but serve as symbolic roots that remind the nation of its historical depth and cultural heritage. They embody the continuity and tradition of the state, providing a living link to the past and a ceremonial presence for the present. Constitutional monarchy. Constitutional monarchy is a castle with two rulers, the monarch and the constitution. The monarch is like a guardian of the castle, respected and adorned with ceremonial duties, while the constitution is the robust foundation and walls that actually define the living space. This system blends the stability and heritage of a royal figurehead with the responsiveness and adaptability of a government that must answer to the people's elected representatives. It's a balanced realm where history meets modern governance. Absolute monarchy. In an absolute monarchy, the king or queen is like the sun in a solar system, central, commanding, and vital to the state's existence. Their word is gravitational law, and all planets, people, and policies revolve around their decisions. There are no checks on the monarch's power. Their decree is final. It's a form of government where tradition often trumps dialogue, and the ruler's vision casts light and shadow in equal measure across the land. Theocracy. Imagine a government that's like a temple, where the highest authority isn't a person but a divine presence, and the priests are in charge because they're believed to understand this divine will. In a theocracy, sacred texts and religious doctrine guide the laws and policies, as if the country itself is a congregation following a path they believe is set by a higher power. It's a blend of statecraft and soulcraft, where faith and law are intertwined. Oligarchy. Oligarchy is like a board game where only a few players get to roll the dice, and they usually pass the dice among themselves. These few, rich, powerful, or well-connected, make decisions that affect the whole board, often prioritizing their interests. It's a setup where the many watch the few navigate the game, with limited chances to change the players or the rules. Plutocracy. In a plutocracy, wealth is the key that unlocks power. It's like an auction where the highest bidders gain the right to make the rules. Money speaks louder than voices here, and influence is measured in currency. Economic clout is both the weapon and the shield of the ruling class, and the gap between the wealthy rulers and the average citizen can be vast and often insurmountable. Aristocracy. Aristocracy is a regal theater where the roles are not auditioned but inherited. Here, the actors on stage are born into their parts, each playing a role that has been theirs since before they could speak. Nobility, birthright, and lineage are the tickets to influence and prestige. It's a historical script that casts the same families in leading roles generation after generation. Technocracy. Technocracy is like the control room of a spacecraft, where the ones with the most knowledge about the ship's systems are in charge of the flight. It's not about who has the most votes or the oldest title, but who has the best expertise to solve complex problems. In this system, scientists, engineers, and professionals steer the ship through the cosmos of challenges, using data and technical know-how as their North Star. Dictatorship. In a dictatorship, imagine one chef in a vast kitchen who decides every dish without considering others' recipes or tastes. This chef has absolute control over the menu, the cooking style, and the kitchen staff. Power is concentrated in their hands, and they rule with strict authority, often suppressing dissent and prioritizing their vision over the collective culinary experience. It is a setting where the chef's will is supreme, and the diners have little say in what ends up on their plates. Totalitarianism. Picture a play where the director not only chooses the cast and controls their every move on stage but also dictates their lives off stage. Totalitarianism is an extreme form of dictatorship where the government seeks to control every aspect of public and private life, from politics to personal beliefs. It's a system where the line between the state and the individual blurs, and personal freedom is often sacrificed for the sake of control and uniformity. Federalism. Federalism is like a tree with deep roots and many branches. Each branch, be it a state or province, has its own leaves and fruit, its own unique characteristics. Yet all are connected to the same trunk and root system, the federal government, which provides stability and nourishment. This allows for diversity and local governance while maintaining a united front, as individual branches can sway to their local winds, but all are part of the larger entity. Parliamentary System. Imagine a boat race where the crew elects the captain from among them. The parliamentary system is a democratic model where the executive branch derives its legitimacy from the legislature and is accountable to it. The government is like a team of rowers working in unison, chosen from the passengers and required to maintain their confidence to navigate effectively. If the team loses faith in their captain, they can vote to elect a new one even during the race. Presidential system. Think of a presidential system as a dual-engine plane. One engine is the president, elected by the people and operating independently of the legislature, which is the second engine. Both must function in harmony for the plane to fly smoothly, but they have separate controls and responsibilities. The president steers the direction of the country, while the legislature passes laws and oversees the budget, ensuring a balance of power where neither engine can overpower the other.